I'm Rafe Haslam from Mossfield Organic Farm, and this is a company we set up to produce cheese and milk and yoghurt. We established it in 2004 in cheese, and then we built a new cheese plant in 2008, and that's when we started making more and more cheese, and we got into milk and yoghurt. I came back to farm when my dad got a heart attack when I was 15, 16, did a green cert, and then took over the farm. He died in 1972. I took over the farm that year, and we were caught heavily for debt duties, and we were in dry stock at that time. And then we decided to have to diversify into something different, and we got into tillage, and it worked out fine for a few years, and then the costs started to escalate, and we said we'd have to go into something that's more stable with an income, and we went into cows. And we started off the first year with 35 cows, and we lost nearly half them in TB. And then we had to start buying in more cows and getting the herd built up. And it was a long haul to get up to numbers where we eventually got to almost 100 cows in, I think it was 1990. And that's when I decided I was the fool. I was buying in everything, buying quota, buying meal, bringing in vets, dosing cows, and I said I have to change. And we looked at going organic, and we changed over in 92 into organics. And we started supplying Glenisc. In that time, we decided that we would have to look at a way of controlling our prices, because we had no control over the price of our milk. And we looked at ice cream and made a bloody good ice cream. But to get onto the market, you need a very strong brand, and you needed a good distribution company, and you were limited to where you could sell it. And by accident, we got into cheese, and the first year we made cheese, we won the World Cheese Championships with, I think it was 1 gold and 2 silver medals. And the next year we won more medals, and it kept going on that way. We won the best show and best food in Ireland by World BIA, and our name started to get recognised by buyers outside the country as well as inside the country. We won the JFC awards, and that kind of is thinking very seriously about building our own cheese plant, because it gave us the profile, and we had Teagasc in here to give us all the building up the complete farming plan and the cheese plant. We started selling it was all local first, and then Dublin, and then it spread from Dublin then nationwide. Well, the team is family mainly, and then one very good cheesemaker that he's been working with us since we started. And one of my sons is a computer scientist, but he runs an organic shop. We're all mad, right? But the other fella is a arboriculturalist, right? And he's farming with me, right? But he does consultancy work as well. And my wife, and she's the real boss, right? I'm not the boss, I'm the gopher, right? You go for this and go for that, and you do what you're told. So, and she is very pernickety and precise, and that's what you need in our job, because everything has to run smoothly and has to be of a quality that you can stand over. The reason why we went into milk and yogurt was that to get cash flow into the business, because the products we produce in cheese is from a minimum of 3 months old. So it's 6 months to 9 months to a year before we get paid for that cheese. So the business couldn't carry it. On the milk, we make it today and we sell it the next day. And yogurt was the same. And so we have a double run that is able to pay the price for what we look for on it, or otherwise we wouldn't do it. And we needed a certain amount of marketing to do it, and now it's built up its own momentum, and we're getting mentioned in papers and things about our quality of unhomogenized milk, which is very good. As regards help on our production end of it, we applied to the Department of Ag in Johnstown in the organic section, who give a grant of 40% on your total costs, and we got approved for our grants for our premises, for all the premises, cold stores, equipment and whatever was needed. But that's only part of the picture. Then the other part of it was to fund the rest of it, and to fund the building, or the building of stock and the losses of stock which you'll have. And then the other part of it that it comes on board is that you'll have an awful lot of paperwork to do, and you need a QA or quality control person in to do paperwork to sign off that everything is up to HACCP, and then you'll get, this is when it gets nice, is you start getting audits. And we got audits from the department, we got an internal audit from them, department auditing them, then we got an audit from the Food Safety Authority auditing their audit, right? And every time we have an audit on our premises, it costs us 2,500. So you can imagine, you could have 6,000 or 7,000 walking out your door for people coming in looking for a paper trail. Now, I'm not against the paper trail. I think there has to be quality assurance given, but I think there has to be more done for the smaller companies. We're not the Glanbias or the Arabons or what that can take this hit. And that is a problem that small producers will really have to look at. And whether the government agencies should be able to come in and say, look, we'll cover that end of your costs, is one of the biggest problems. In saying that, we do get support from Eddie O'Neill in Moore Park on the artisan food end of it, right? And any time we have any problems, Eddie is on the phone. The reason why we built the cheese plant, the size we built it, was that it has capacity to produce more than what we were going to produce. And therefore we looked at this product, maybe there's a possibility of doing contract making for farmers. And we have already a contract done with the organic group of farmers for making cheese for them under their own brand. So basically what happens is they send their milk, has to be high quality, we make the cheese that day, the next day it's ready to go out, they take it off our hands, we get paid for so many kilos of cheese that goes out, and it's up to them to market it and look after it from there on in. For our future, I hope, that's why a big hope, and it is bright, as long as the world markets stay stable and things keep going the way they are. I mean, if we keep going at that trend, it's getting bigger and bigger. And once you build up a momentum and your name is out there, it kind of rolls along. Provided, go back to the beginning, your quality is right and your pricing is right and your marketing is right.